Hey roosters, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing some Universus. These are the two new challenger decks that UVS Games just released. We have Cowboy Bebop and we have Vash the Stampede. These decks are not altered in any way. Right out of the box, 60 cards. I was originally going to add in the alt art cards into these decks and swap out some of the cards, do a little deck building maybe, but I decided to just leave them exactly how you get them out of the box. So what we're playing with here is exactly what you guys will get if you buy the set, and whatever alt arts you get will be a little something extra for you guys to enjoy. That being said, these decks are unsleeved because we're trying to play this game raw, quote unquote, and let's just get right into it. The decks are pre-shuffled. We're going to roll off to see who goes first. I'll take, go ahead and take odd since my character has an odd amount of health, and you can have even since you have an even amount of health. That's an even number. That's going to be a 6. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw our hand size. You want to go first or second?
First.
So he's going to go first. I'm going to go second. When you go first in Universus, you want to have your character committed at the beginning of the game, and you don't get a selective mulligan. When you're going second, you get to start with your character uncommitted. You get a selective mulligan, and what's more, you get to draw an extra card on your very first turn of the game. A little things that UVS Games is adding into the game to make it going second a better option, or rather better than it might have otherwise been, being the fact that this is a race to who can kill the other person first. Whoever goes first will be ahead in the race by nature. That being said, also the first player can't attack on their first turn. A couple different rules about the game there. So I get a selective mulligan. And so genuinely I'm just looking for gray, and I'm not really looking for anything else. I'll go ahead and keep these two and toss back. This is 6 cards, right? And toss back those two. And now I'm going to redraw before I shuffle up. Now, while we're shuffling here, let's just talk about what my character does. Spike the Bounty Hunter. Hopefully there'll be a picture of him up on the screen for you guys to take a look at as well. Flip 1 foundation. If this attack deals damage, draw 1 card. That's one of his enhances. His other one is going to be your attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for every face down, for every 3 face down foundations in your stage. So his whole thing is getting his own foundations face down and getting benefits from doing so. And then, well, go on and keep shuffling. I'll just read off Vash while you're doing that. So Vash has an enhanced Tenacious Mill 1. Your attack gets +2 speed. And he has another enhanced Commit. Discard 1 card. Draw 3 cards. So Vash is all about manipulating his discard pile, which is a concept that isn't really that big within the UVS Universus, but it's pretty cool to see it coming in here. So now I have a full hand of cards, all of which seem to be what I have to deal with. So without further ado, we're just going to go right ahead and get into the video, or get into the battle, and start playing some cards. So go ahead, you can start playing your foundations.
I'm gonna play, get the scoop. Hit it.
It stays in your card pool until it clears at the end of the turn.
Pitch again.
Alright, so he's going to be playing some foundations on his first turn here, because obviously you can't attack on your first turn when you're going first, but also because it's not really a good option to do in the first place. Playing attacks on your first turn is going to be very difficult, and of course if you fail to play a card on your turn, you're going to end your phase right there. So it's not really advised. So there you just checked a 3 when you're trying to pass a 4 check without your character ready. You fail, and you take whatever foundations successfully were played, and you go down, and it goes over to my turn. I think you might want to bring them a little closer up to your character, because it might not be visible on screen from down where it is. My turn. So basically, the name of the game is playing as many foundations as you can on turn 1. I'm not even going to waste any time. On to 2. On to 3. On to 4. On a 5. All right, your turn. Now, moving on to his second turn, he still has a little amount of foundations, so maybe it'll be a good idea to keep building until he gets into some attacks. But of course, if he decides otherwise, of course, it'll be important. Now, it's important to remember that at the start of your turn, you're going to draw to your hand size before you do anything else, because that's how the game works. Okay, so he's going to attempt to play an attack here as his first form. So it's going to be a difficulty of 4. He's checked a 3, so he's going to have to commit 1 foundation to pass that check. Alright, now the attack has been successfully played, and what that is going to mean is we're going to get into the enhanced step. Obviously, as the player who played the attack, he's going to get the option of doing the first enhance. So he can choose any one of the enhances on the attack card, on his foundations, or on his character card that he wants to use to make this attack a little bit better than it might have otherwise been.
No enhance.
He's going to go ahead and pass his enhance. I get a chance to do an enhance as well, and I'm going to say pass as well. So the attack is for now is going to be a low 4 damage attack, and that means I'm going to have to attempt to block it with a card in my hand. I'm going to hit it too low. That's going to be on a 4. I'm going to hit 3, completely fine. I'm going to exhaust this card here and pass the block to take no damage from the attack. Now he can go on with his combat phase, which can include playing more attacks or more foundations, however he decides to do it, but obviously the more cards he plays, the harder it's going to be going forward. He's going to try to pass a 3 check. Obviously in these decks, I'm pretty sure the only checks there are 3s, so he's going to go ahead and have to try to make that check. You passed the check. Now this is going to be on a 2 because this has 0 difficulty, plus the 2 other cards left in his card pool, so this is going to be an easy check to pass. There he goes, he passes the check as well.
Pass.
So once he's done with his turn, he's going to, all the attacks that dealt damage are going to his momentum. In this case, that's going to be a hefty 0 attacks. So those are going to his, all the attacks that didn't do damage are going to go to the discard pile. Any successfully played foundations are going to go into his staging area, and then it's going to move on to the next player's turn as well. I'm going to clear my card pool from any block cards that I may have played this turn, and we're going to move forward. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm seeing a lot of orange in this hand, which means I'm just going to go right ahead and start playing some attacks. We're going to start off with a jaw hammer on a 4. We're going to check a 3. We're going to commit this foundation here. We're going to pass the check. I get the first enhance as the first player, and I'm going to choose to go ahead and use one of Spike's enhances. So he can flip 1 foundation, and if this attack deals damage, I can draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if he lets his attack deal damage, I get to draw a card. So you get an enhance now.
Pass.
He's going to pass an enhance. Now I'm going to get another enhance here. I'm going to use a lighted up enhance. If you have more face down foundations than your rival, which is going to be your opponent, your attack gets +1 damage. So can you pass me one of the red dice from over there? Or yellow would work too, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put a +1 here. So now it's going to be at for +1 damage and be a 5 damage attack. Your enhance.
Pass.
I'm going to go ahead and do it again with the other lighted up, because I'm pretty sure there's no other calls other than the fact that I think I have more face down foundations than you do, and give it another +2 damage. And I assume you're going to pass again. So we're going to move over to the block step. Block step is where he gets to play a card from his hand and attempt to block this attack, looking at the top right corner of the card for that little shield value and check what the block modifier is. Now the block modifier is going to add to the speed value, which is going to be a 2 high here, then to attempt to block this attack. So let's see if he has anything he wants to block with here. Of course, you can always block from 1 zone away. From being the fact this is a high attack, you can block with either high or a mid block. So let's see what he has in his hand. He's going to attempt to block with this high block here, and it's a 2 block modifier, which means it's going to be added to my speed, which is going to be a 2 high, which is going to create a 4 difficulty block. So he's going to have to check a 4 from the top of his deck. Of course, he can use any cards in his stage or his character to help make that check. Obviously, he patches it without a hinge, or I think that's how you say that. And we're going to keep moving on. Okay. We're going to go ahead and play a falling heel strike. So this is going to be on a 5 at this point, and we're going to flip the top card of our deck. It's going to be a 5. Now, we get the first enhance as usual. We're going to say unflip 1 foundation. This attack gets +2 speed. Can you pass me, can you pass me a dice from... And then we're going to signify this as a +2 speed. So these cards are very similar, except obviously this one can buff damage a lot better. This one can buff speed a lot better. Question is, what do you have as a response? Enhance?
Pass.
He's going to pass his enhance. I'm going to say flip 1 foundation. If this attack deals damage, I get to draw a card. Your enhance? I assume you're going to pass.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to give it +1 damage using Light It Up, because I have more Fatal Foundations than you do. Your enhance. Pass. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do that again with the other Light It Up. Remember, you can only use the one enhance for an enhanced step once, but if you have multiple copies of a card with that same enhance, you can use it multiple times. So, let me +2 damage. Your enhance. He's going to go ahead and pass his enhance. And I'm not going to get greedy there. I'm just going to say pass as well. So now we're going to go to the block step. There's going to be another 2 high. I have 4 high, actually, because I have the +2 speed modifier there. So it's going to be a 4 high attack for 6 damage. He's going to try to block again with his high block here. And now it's going to be +1 because blocks also get progressive difficulty. So it's going to be 2 + 1, which is going to be 3 plus my 6 plus my 4, which is going to be a 7 check to make. So a 7 check is not too hard to make. He can actually hit a 3 off the top of his deck here and still pass that check. So he's going to go ahead and make the check now. He is actually going to end up flipping that 3, and he's going to have a choice here because he doesn't have to. He can choose to tap out all his foundations to pass the check and take no damage from this attack, or he can choose to not do so and take the full 6 damage. And that card is going to go there. And I'm going to continue with my turn. So I'm on a 6. Going to actually end up hitting a 4, which is a little bit tragic here. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up committing this foundation, and I'm going to end up committing my character to pass this check. So now I get the first enhance as usual. I'm going to say destroy 1 face down foundation, and this is actually going to get +4 damage. Your enhance. Well, I'm actually not going to do that yet because that's going to ruin everything that I was planning to do. My first enhance will be Light It Up, so I'll give it +1 damage. Your enhance. You're going to pass because you really can't do anything. I'm going to gain another damage through Light It Up. You're going to pass. I'm going to discard this foundation, and I'm going to get +4 damage to make it a +6 damage attack. And I assume you're going to pass. We're going to move on to the damage step. It should be a 10 damage attack, which you're going to take. Go ahead and take your 10 damage, sir. On a 4, pass it. I'm going to pass there. This is the only attack that actually dealt any damage. It's going to go into my momentum. These other 2 are going to get discarded. So you're going to clear out your card pool as well. Remove all the attacks from it. And then we're going to continue out with your turn, which you get to draw up to a whole new hand of 6 cards. He's going to get right into his turn here. He's going to play an attack here for the 4 difficulty. Have to try to make that check there. It's going to end up being a 3 check. He's going to choose, of course, the foundation to commit. And then he can then get the first enhance. So the attack is now successfully played, as long as he gets sure he wants to commit that foundation. And then he's going to go ahead and get the chance to do the first enhance.
Pass.
He's going to pass his enhance. So it's going to be go over to my enhance step. I'm going to go ahead and pass my enhance step as well. We're going to get straight into the block step. It's going to be a 3 high for 4 damage. Try to block on a 3 mid and make that check there. Beautiful. We hit a 6. Block it for half damage, so it's 4. I take 2. You're in hand. You're going to continue with your turn now. He's going to go ahead and attempt to play an asset here. He's going to try to play it on a 4. Assets are kind of like identical to foundations. The only difference is that they cannot be committed to pass checks. So, but they really usually have really powerful abilities. Now he's just playing out a lot of different cards from his hand, hoping to build up his stage a little bit and allow him to make a comeback there. And he seems to be playing a couple cards. If you need some more space, you can sort of spread out your cards a little bit. You're going to go ahead and end your turn there. So he's going to go ahead and end his turn. That attack actually dealt damage, so it's going to your momentum and not just go into your discard pile. And then the rest of the cards that you played were all successful, so they're going to your stage here. Just something to remember, that because I always forget myself, assets can't pass checks. I have one card in my hand. I'm just going to go ahead and draw up to 6 here. And maybe I think I'm going to take a build turn here because although I'm applying some decent gas, he has a lot of foundations ready over there, and I don't really have as many foundations on my side of the board. So I think maybe it'll be my best interest to play some cards and pass some checks. On a 2. On a 3. On a 2 that was, and this is going to be on a 3. We're going to pass them all and move over to your turn. Your turn. Your turn, sir. Drop to your Magnum hand side. This is going to be 6. See where that takes you. He's going to go right in ahead and start playing his foundations on a 1. On a 2. And that's going to be on a 3. All those are end up passing. So yeah, take your time and recollect your discard pile there. Is that going to be it for your turn? Or okay, so he's going to go ahead and pass his turn here, and I'm going to get a chance to draw some cards. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. Now I think I want to start slinging some more attacks to keep this game moving. I'm going to... high roundhouse kick on a 4. Gonna hit a 5 there. Successfully pass the check. Immediately right off the bat with our good boy Spike the Bounty Hunter. We're gonna flip 1, and if this attack deals damage, we get to draw a card. Your enhance.
I'm gonna get the scoop as my enhance. Flip it.
And what does that do?
It allows me to look at the top card of my deck, and I may destroy it.
So this is a really important ability, because Vash the Stampede, well, you don't have to show me, I don't think. Just say reveal or you may look at, because that's two different abilities.
You may look at, but you're going to see it when it's in my discard pile.
Okay, so you end up discarding anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Anyway, that's a really powerful ability for Vash in particular. Not a lot of characters can really use it to a full extent. Obviously, like he did it right now, he saw an attack and realized he wanted to get that out of the way so he can hopefully check a foundation when he's going to block this turn. But also Vash has other uses for that card as well, so it's a very powerful card in this particular deck. It's a pretty cool addition to the game as a whole. My enhance, I'm going to go ahead and... Wow, actually, I don't have more face-down foundations than you. So, that's interesting. So I can't use that ability. So I'm going to end up actually passing my enhance, believe it or not.
I'm going to use Motherly Affection, flip it, and the top card in my discard pile is an attack. I gain 2 health.
See, that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the Vash deck kind of likes his discard attacks in his discard pile, because he can get cool effects like that. I'm going to go ahead and pass my enhance.
Same thing I did before.
He's going to use it again to get an extra 2 health. So, it's actually a pretty good smart game plan from him, because obviously he already saw that my deck kind of wants more flip face down foundations than he has to get certain effects. So doing that, flipping a bunch of foundations, especially when they're helpful to him now, is going to be a powerful choice on his part. I think you want to move your staging area a little. So, your enhance.
Skip.
He's going to pass his enhance. Good, because I'm also going to pass. So we're going to get right into the block step here. It's going to be a simple 4 high for 4. 4 high for 4 damage.
Suspended Bounty.
On a 2 modifier here, it's going to be a 6 check to make. Off the top, hits a beautiful 5, commit 1. Obviously, one of the face down foundations is going to get the job done. I'm going to be able to continue with my turn, being the fact that you've completely blocked that attack. I'm going to play questioning threat. It's going to be on a 4 here. Hit a 6, beautiful. My first enhance, I'm going to say flip 1 foundation. This attack gets plus 3 speed. So we're going to go ahead and flip this guy here. And we're going to say this attack is plus 3 speed, which is nothing to laugh about. So it's going to be a 5 speed attack now. Your enhance.
Pass.
He's going to pass his enhance. How many foundations you got down there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not 10 yet. 10 is when I get deadlock abilities, which I don't have yet. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is say I'm going to pass my enhance.
Same.
So we're going to block, going right onto the block step. He's going to attempt to block. It's going to be a 2 because of the 1 of the block modifier plus the 1 of the card before it onto my 5. So it's going to be a 7 check to make, but he has plenty of foundation. So let's see what he flips. He hits the 5. Nothing to do but commit 2 foundations if he chooses. He has 2 face down foundations. Perfectly good options here if he wants to. Completely block the attack. But I decided I'm not going to give up just yet. I'm going to play a high roundhouse kick on a 6. Hit the 4, commit the 2 face downs. We're going to go ahead and say I'm going to discard 1 momentum to give this attack plus 5 damage. And then you have plus 5 damage. So it's going to be a 9 damage attack right now. Your enhance.
Pass.
I'm going to also pass. So we're going to go right into the block step. 4 high for 9. Do you have anything you want to play to try to block this attack?
Absolutely not.
He's going to go ahead and pass his ability to block, which he's going to take 9 damage. I'm going to attempt to play this on a 5. Beautiful. We're going to move along with our day here. This attack dealt damage. It's your turn. These did not.
Take 1 shot.
On a 5.
Hit it. Oh, I actually like that card. Now, here's where it gets fun. Mind hands. I could have used to get the scoop, just like I did last time, to hopefully get an attack on the top of that. And you may discard. So this has, I first have a flip, right? Yeah, I gotta flip this.
So you flip that card, check to see if he gets an attack.
No!
You don't have to discard it if you don't want to.
Do I even want this card really? Like it's 5, so I keep that.
Okay,
No.
so the attack is successfully played.
Yeah, your enhance.
That was your enhance. My enhance, I'm going to go ahead. Let's take a look at my hand to make sure. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and commit to flip this. To give it -2 speed. Sadly, I can't give it the -3 speed because he's beating me at my own game. He has more face down foundations than I do.
That's pretty sad. Alright, I'm going to use pitching in as my enhance to choose 1 card of my discard pile and place it on the top of my discard pile. Now, alright. So now it's your enhance.
My enhance, I'm going to go ahead and pass.
Now my enhance, I get to stun you for 2.
He's going to say stun 2. I'm going to say commit 1, commit 2.
Now, it's my enhance?
Yep.
Here's it gets fun. I'm going to use the top card of my deck. If the top card of my deck is in my discard pile is an attack, this attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage.
So you're going to get +1 damage here. And you're going to get...
How many foundations do you have?
I have a cool 8. Passing. So I'm going to also pass as well. We're going right to the block step. So it's going to be a 3 mid. I'm going to try to attempt to block with a 3, making it a 6 check to hit. Oh, hit a 5. We're going to commit this thing.
Punisher beam on a 6. This is going to be... That's actually super bad. So my enhance, I'm going to mill 3 as one of my hands. So 1, 2. So that means I can add 1 ranged weapon, or range or weapon card, mill this way into my momentum.
So that's Punisher Beam, one of the cooler cards that came out of these sets. A lot of people are talking about it as one of the next great cards of the game. I think it's pretty cool myself. Gives you basically free momentum if you're playing a ranged or weapon deck, and it can also give you some other cool things, as he might show us right now.
Alright, next enhance. If this attack deals damage, destroy one of your rival's foundations. Now that's a good follow-up.
See now, if I don't block this, I have to destroy a foundation. Rather he gets to destroy one of my foundations, which is even worse, which means he can target down one of my best foundations to get rid of them. So it means I can't even just blow up a face down or something like that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and say pass, but this means that this attack is very pressured to be blocked here.
Alright, I'm going to use this enhance. Remove your rival destroys one ready foundation.
That means you remove from the game. Just go to the discard pile. You can just move it, put it off to the side. It doesn't really matter. The viewers don't need to see it. And I have to destroy a ready foundation. I can't just even destroy one of my good ones that I like. I'm going to go ahead and destroy Finally Awake. You can pull your cards a little forward. I can pull my cards a little back. And I think that will make it a little bit nicer, cleaner. Clean up the board state a little bit. I'm going to attempt to block on a 7. Hit a 3. Isn't that beautiful? That's going to be a total failure. How much damage is that doing to me? That's 5 damage attack. And you can destroy one of my foundations.
It seems like it.
Alright.
Destroy your foundation. Nice. Can I choose?
Yep, you get to choose. Go ahead.
Get out of here. I hate you.
Yeah. Light it up. It's one of the best foundations in the deck, even though I haven't been able to utilize it to its full potential. One of the best foundations in the deck for this deck.
Now, I wish I milled
an attack
for one of these reasons, because this let me use this, and I could...
I mean, you could always use your Vash ability on face to discard an attack from your hand, and I'm going to draw 3 cards.
I have that ability. No, but I need this attack. I can't do that. But I do have a mill 1, your attack at plus speed. Now, if I do mill it...
Well, there's no attack currently in place, so I have to play an attack first.
Oh, why? I'm about to... Here we have inevitable clash. If I'm going to die I might die, but at least I'm going out for a bit. So here is inevitable clash. It has an enhance that says add the top card of your discard pile to my hand. So I'm gonna do that enhance. I first have to check it though. 5. That's actually perfect. Now, because I checked a 5.
You have to commit 3 foundations.
Now I have so many of these flipped garbanzos to flip down. And that'll allow me to complete it.
Alright.
Now, my enhance.
Yep.
I'm going to do that, add top card of your discard pile to your hand. Now, this, I don't really care that much about it, but I'll take it just because more cards in my hand, more defense.
Next step.
Your enhance.
I'm going to go ahead and pass my enhance. I don't have anything to do right now.
Now, I have a lot. I got some to do. I'm going to use this powerful 3 enhance. Yeah, that's nice. Especially because that's set up for that. That's some nice stuff.
You can discard any number of cards. And now, remind you, I don't have any cards in hand. So I can't block this attack. You can discard both your pads to get plus 6 damage on that attack. I'm going to
discard Nimble Maneuver. You're going to see you later on.
Alright, so just plus 3 damage.
No. Yeah, that's your enhance?
Pass.
My enhance. Interdimensional plants. Now, this is good because I could discard another momentum. My attack gets another 3 damage. That's why I didn't use all of it. And I gain 1 health.
And that destroys that card.
Yeah. So it would go here.
Is it removed or destroyed? Removed, it goes out of the game. Discard just goes.
It says discard. It just says discard one momentum. Your attacks. I don't think I destroyed it.
Yeah, so you just leave it right there. You don't even have to tap if it doesn't say commit. I mean, it's
Wait.
it's an asset. You can't commit it for foundations anyway.
Wait.
But the point is,
Could I use it more than once? Is my only question.
all in the same turn, yeah, of course.
And why would I ever use this momentum?
I mean, listen, bro. I'm not.
I didn't even know I could do
I'm not
that.
playing yours out of the field.
If I ever play
So go
this
ahead. So
card
what do you
again,
do? So you
I'm
get
keeping
plus
this
3
card, it's very
damage.
good. So I get
Plus 3 damage
plus 3
and
damage, and I can use this, and that's why now I have a attack on the face of my thing. Okay, now we still have more enhances to do. We're gonna do this your enhance first, okay?
pass.
Now I'm gonna up its speed because it has a 7 speed already, but I feel like I can make it higher by milling one card and this
You
gets
sure you want
plus.
to do that before you use that effect that you really wanted to use?
What effect? I really want to
The one that whatever one that needs to have an attack at the top of your description.
Yeah, it would be good, but I have no more cards.
Alright.
Attack cards. I should have actually told you that, but whatever.
Doesn't make a difference. Go ahead. I mean, I wouldn't really bother. I can't block the attack.
If I didn't commit it scene at all, I could have got myself another speed and damage.
I wouldn't bother getting the extra speed because I can't block the attack.
You can't.
How much damage?
11.
11 damage. Now, I can't really do anything about that. That's just 11 damage I just forced to take. Close to 12.
Okay, we're even up the odds now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna discard this, and I still got some cards to block with. That's the beauty of this. This did damage,
Punisher Beam did damage,
Punisher
but
Beam.
the disabling shot got blocked.
but it was a nice step up though.
So let's see if I can make a comeback here. Obviously,
Let's hope you
I'm
do.
getting
Your hand
cut
is just as worse as mine before,
in
and
the
you get
dirt.
no attacks.
A fresh 6 attack, a fresh 6 card hand. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. We've got some things to do here.
That scares me.
On a 6. Hit a 5. Commit this. I'm going to go ahead and say my first enhance is going to be flip 1 foundation. No. I'm just going to say this attack gets plus 2 speed. Your enhance. This is going to be a 7 speed, 8 damage attack right off the jump. So, your enhance?
My enhance. I'm gonna pass it. Let's hope you don't have a. Oh, you have an attack. That's just not what I wanted to see on your turn.
My enhance is going to be pass. Well, actually, no. My enhance is going to give it plus 1 speed and plus 1 damage. Alright, your enhance?
Yeah, my enhance is gonna be a nice skip.
Alright, 8 mid for 9.
An 8 damage?
Yep, no, 8 speed.
Oh, but say
9 damage.
What? Let's hope I have. It's a mid.
Mid. So it's the easiest zone to block, but I think that's the least of your worries right now.
All I can say about this is decisions.
So it's going to be attempted on a 10 here. So if you flip a 6, you can pass it if you flip a 6, but only a 6.
Only a 6. If I get anything but a 6,
Yep.
I cannot make it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy. Let's hope I get a 6 then. I didn't get near a 6. Half of it. Close. Not it. So I guess that's a 9 wait, yeah.
Take 9 damage, good sir.
So I'm kind of, if he there's now this I'm gonna lose, most likely, but
So how much health do you have left now? So you lost 2 dice there.
I'm most likely
5 health left.
I'm most likely going to die, but at least I did damage to him, and if I don't die, then maybe I can clutch it up and win. See, it's not what I normally look for. But
On a 5 here.
now discarding on my deck to get 3 cards might not be as well as
First
in
enhance,
I was normally
unflip
thinking.
1 foundation. This attack gets plus 2 speed. We're going to unflip this bad boy here.
This discarding my card and drawing 3 cards might be handy to keep blocking you. Because you might...
Yeah, right now your problem is the foundations you got. Anyway, so it's going to get plus 2 speed.
Let's just hope that these foundations can keep me alive for some time. Okay, what is it?
It's going to give me plus 2 speed here.
So how much speed is it?
It's a 4 speed right now. You're going to pass?
I have a question.
Yep.
If I play a card down to block, can I use its enhances on the card?
No.
Okay, that's a bummer.
Unless it specifically says if you use this
Like
card to block.
tenacious?
But usually it'll be it'll say no, yeah, if you use the foundation to block, unless it says when you block with this card, you can't use that ability.
So I just hope I get prize negotiation so I can negotiate out of this beat down. But.
So are you gonna pass?
Yes, I'm gonna pass my enhance.
I'm gonna go ahead and say flip one foundation. If this attack deals damage, I get to draw a card, and when I flip a foundation, I can flip this foundation to ready. Yeah, I can ready it. So now, if this attack deals damage, I get to draw a card. You enhance?
I pass it.
Let's see.
Did you already use your light it up?
I flipped to light it up because it's useless.
How's it useless?
Because you have 5 face down foundations, and I only have 4.
Well, do you still have your enhance that you flip down your foundations? Or did you lose it?
I'm gonna go ahead and commit one foundation to give it +1 speed and +1 damage.
Why? Now you're gonna kill me. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's only 3.
It's only a 5 speed, yeah.
Why are you saying that so nonchalant? So is it a high? Or is it
I'm gonna give. Wait, are you gonna pass your enhance?
Yes, I'm going to pass my enhance.
I'm gonna go ahead and stun you for 1.
Of course you're gonna stun me for 1. But I guess it doesn't really matter what I flip down now. But I'm probably gonna flip down one of these face down ones just because.
All right. Now I'm gonna pass, and you can block now.
We're gonna see the big fall. And
So we're going to be on a, what is that, an 8? An 8's pretty
Hold on,
scary.
An 8 was it? So 1, 2, 3,
Can't
4,
commit an asset.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a committed foundation. You can't commit a committed foundation.
What did you say?
So you only have 3 ready options here.
Okay.
So you have to hit a 5 or higher.
This is scary. Come on. Why? At what time did you think this was
And
the
that will
best?
deal 5 damage to you.
5 damage?
And the game will be over.
How'd you get 5 damage? Isn't this only 2? No, it's not. That's the speed.
Alright, that was a really good game of Universus. It was really slow at the beginning there, but obviously once we both started ramping up, our deck started doing what they wanted to do, and the damage started to come easily. He had that one big swing turn where he just hit into me and I couldn't really stop him. And then obviously I realized I had to come and hit him on the return, or else I would have been in a really bad spot going forward. So that's what I did, and hopefully, good thing I drew this beautiful card here, which was really hard for him to deal with the big speed and the big damage, which kind of tapped out his board. Although, of course, he also tapped out his own board on his turn. And so that's kind of like the trade-off you always have to do with Yale within Universus. If you're going to push so hard on your turn, you have to realize that your defenses are going to be weakened on your opponent's turn.
I feel like I should have...
As such, I think that will conclude today's video. We're just showing off these 2 new Challenger Series decks. If you guys haven't already signed up to UGN, Universus Gaming Network, go ahead and do that. Make sure you let them know that we sent you, so you can get some extra loyalty points when you do it. I hope to see you guys in future Universus videos and other videos that we come up with, because there's a lot of other great content that we make here on the channel, such as Versus M2PCG, and I think some of you guys will really enjoy those other kinds of content. Until next time, see you guys later.